Hello YouTubers, in this video I'm going to talk about this amp that I'm repairing. But before that, I just want to say that in YouTube there's many channels that I watch, and one channel that I can remember right now is which is quite inspiring for me to do a similar video like his, is Max Arcade. So Max Arcade is a guy that repairs mostly electronic stuff, and I especially enjoy when he repairs audio gear such as power amp and those kind of thing. And at the same time, while repairing the stuff, he throws in his opinion about the component and things, and which sort of like to me his has this a character of a teacher. So I very much enjoy his video, and I hope he does more. He do more a lot of gear repairs that relates to the audio world. So that itself has inspired me to do such a video. But I don't want to start with any difficult repair. Just want to start with something easy for me, and for me to post in my channel. So this is a Fender bass amplifier model Rumble 100. So as you can see, it's upside down, where in the cabinet itself is going to be the other way around. So I already taken out this bass amp. The problem was the control ports is broken. So maybe it's broken, is got knocked off during transportation and that sort of thing, maybe from gigging from one place to another. So this is the layout of the amp, whereby I very much like this kind of design where each of the section is separated from one another, where you have let me get something to point, where you have the power amp and the power supply section, the bridge rectifier section on the back, which the chassis itself acts as a partial heatsink for the discrete device, this transistor. And I like transistor design because they tend to dissipate heat better than IC, and they last longer, they are more durable. That's my personal opinion. So this itself is the power amp and power supply section, the DC supply. The preamp is attached to the front panel, which I very much like. Very easy to get into, and you can almost understand the connection here, where this is, I think, the maybe something to do with the line out or line in, and this itself is the power supply, and maybe the preamp out of the thing. So very nicely designed, and the component are quite quality, similar to other Fender built amp. And let's take off the preamp board and have a closer look. So those empty spots are where the broken ports is located. So it's a let me try to focus the thing. It's a 10K port. So and looking at the ports, mostly similar values. So except for this is the volume, which is 50K. The rest are 10K. So I like amps that or accurately, I like manufacturers that build amp using common value component. Back in the day, I used to repair a lot of amps that uses odd value ports, so it's very difficult to get them, especially the exact port value. So what I've done in the past is settle with the closest tolerance. Let's say if I can't find a 2.2k potentiometer, I would go for 5k potentiometer. So that kind of thing. And the pots that I'm going to be using is cheap pots. So this is it. This is about 5 to 6 ringgit each, but I'm going to charge this guy more. Of course, skill job doesn't cost cheap. And the difference between these two pots and the original is there's a hole there. If you can see that hole, not on the top of it. So that hole is a detent, where when you turn the pots, you have sort of like a stopping point in the middle of at the middle of the ranges. So that is the detent. So I'm going to be putting a non-detent cheap pots. So I think it's going to be okay. So in my experience, so I bought several. I bought a mix of 10k and 50k, and the don't know what this called. The shaft is quite longer than the original one. You can see from the side. So I may cut this to match the next one. So that's one of the things that I'm gonna do. And what more can I tell you about this amp? The for some amps that I never repaired, or being the first time repairing it, I would take down the voltage, the secondary AC voltage coming from the transformer, because this kind of thing, sometimes they blew up and you want to know what kind of secondary AC that's needed when you're trying to find a replacement. So normally what I do is I jot down the voltage and take pictures of these transistors in case I've found in future I have to repair one that has a blown transistor and you really cannot read through burn components. So I do a lot of picture taking when I repair amps or guitars for future reference. And the thing about this kind of component is sometimes they are made one off for that batch, and mostly manufacturer, most of the time they do not stock up parts, especially if it's not a flagship model. So sometimes you may find better replacement over the stock one when you're trying to replace the broken components, such as the transistor, the transformer, or maybe the speaker. Those are like generic component that that's being used by the manufacturer in order to have it manufactured at a cost efficient price for the end user. And on another note, this amp, if you're trying to disassemble a Fender Rumble 100, you have to unscrew the handle. So if you can see, the handle is not there because the handle screw itself that attached to the cabinet is also attached to the chassis of the head unit. So these are the thing. So my customer thought he wanted to bring the head unit itself for me to have a check and leave the cabinet at home, but he couldn't figure out how to open. He already unscrewed a lot of the screw, and he didn't unscrew the handle. So it took me more or less 10 minutes and a good guess that there was extra screw that attached to the chassis itself. So I think I've give enough info and enough ranting about the amp itself. And yeah, see you in part 2, and thank you very much, and bye bye.